Boom. Ooh, my hair is big tonight. That's nice. Good evening. I need to clean my glasses. Otherwise, everybody's just blurry and distorted. And you're already discolored because these things are tinted. But I don't want to make anybody any uglier than they have to be, including myself. Nobody ever liked the fellow with dirty glasses. The other thing I like to do is go like this. This is my my Instagram live disguise. Nobody knows it's me. Do the glasses, do the hoodie, completely unrecognizable, especially once I put the guitar on. How's everybody doing? Good morning from India, says Lucky Atyam. Hello, India. Someone else says, hey, effing Big Ben. Wow. Unabomber. I don't look like the Unabomber. Come on. I hope everyone has had an amazing day today. And what day is it today? It's Wednesday. So I am actually going to get an airplane for the first time in a very long time on Friday. On Saturday morning. So I have my first trip. I'm going to Nashville because I got a country music album contract. I'm just kidding. I'm going to Nashville to see some friends. But I might listen to some country music while I'm down there, just in case. I don't know if you guys like Johnny Cash or if you like Elvis Presley or anybody else who spent quite a bit of time in Nashville. But I actually wanted to play you guys a song that was sung by both Johnny Cash and Elvis Presley. Possibly. Actually, I know a few others, but those guys for sure. Now, before I do play that song, does anybody have any questions tonight? I will field 3 random questions, and then I'll play you a little bedtime song. So let's go with three totally random questions, if you guys have any. Someone says they just finished practicing their ukulele. That's amazing. Do I talk about combining creatine and coffee anywhere? No, but that's an interesting hack. They have done some research studies that show that creatine, when co-ingested with caffeine, is better absorbed. And that is, I believe, that study in a post-workout absorptive state. Arguably, you could do it pre-workout as well. I did not plant that question, but Keon has amazing coffee and amazing creatine. I'm just saying. So there's your stack for the night. Let's see. Hair health tips. So hair health, there's a lot, but I do serum in my hair. I do like the Keon serum in the evening and the morning in my hair. I do a couple of times a week. I use this peptide called GHKCU, GHK copper peptide. That is wonderful for both the hair and the skin. And then ample amounts of collagen, like 30, 40 grams of collagen a day. Those are probably the 3 top things, aside from just like not wearing a hat too often, and instead this breathable hoodie to allow those follicles to breathe. But those are a few of the biggies. Red light therapy may have something going for it for hair as well. So that's another one you could toss into the mix. And a lot of times I'll get those derma rollers that you use on your face. And before I put that serum into my hair, I actually derma roll my scalp. And that seems to help out quite a bit as well. I do like to take care of my hair. My mom was a hairstylist, so maybe that's why I have a little bit of a hair fetish going on. Okay, let's go with one more question. Do I have any articles on my Christian faith and how it pertains to some of the more secular practices you do permanently or experiment with? Well, if you're referring to like microdosing, because this week we're talking a lot about psychedelics on the show, then yes, I do. And I did a whole podcast on the spiritual disciplines. If you go to greenfieldfitness.com and search for spiritual disciplines, I talk about how I weave everything from psychedelics to the Bible to prayer to church to all of this. And I do talk a little bit about that marriage between psychedelics and religion and spirituality. So yeah, and interestingly, opening the kimono for you guys, or the hoodie, so to speak, I'm I'm kind of keeping pretty clean this entire week. I'm on what's called a dieta because I actually am, like I've mentioned on Instagram a few times this week, every once in a while I will go and do a deep plant medicine based journey, kind of like ayahuasca, but on steroids. And I have that coming up this Sunday. That's actually one of the reasons I'm going to Tennessee, is to do that. So both my wife and I are traveling down there to take part in that. And so that's a topic that's hot on my mind right now. So, and it is something that I found that when combined with union with God, with prayer, with worship, with putting on the armor of God, that rather than it being a disruptive time of puking and, I guess, painful self-analysis, it's a time of bliss and peace and love and joy and connection with God and clarity in personal life and business and relationships. And so it's not for everyone, but it's certainly something I found some value in. So yeah, man, so many questions. I wish I could answer all your guys' questions. I did record a podcast today, and it was the next Q&A podcast. I think you guys are going to love it. We spent like 45 minutes because you guys always ask about morning, afternoon, evening routines and what I'm doing right now. And we spent like a good half hour on that question alone. Talked about coffee, alternatives to coffee, and how to kind of like hack your coffee. And then went over some other articles on biohacking, on cholesterol, and on how to mitigate the effects of sleep deprivation based on some of the latest research on that. So that podcast was recorded today. And then tomorrow I have a podcast coming out for you. It is with a Russian psychoanalyst named Olga. And it's a super kind of outside the box podcast, which you may or may not like. I'm a little nervous about tomorrow's podcast. Saturday is the part 1 of my big epic episode with Joel Green that you've been waiting for. And then part 2 will be released on Thursday. So there you have it. All right. So what is this song that both Elvis Presley sang, that Johnny Cash sang? Oh, here we go. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling for you and for me. See on the portals he's waiting and watching for you and for me. Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, oh sinners, come home. Why should we tarry when Jesus is pleading for you and for me? Why should we linger and heed not his mercies for you and for me? Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, oh sinner, come home. Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, oh sinner, come home. Old school hymn. So yeah, that's a good one. Softly and Tenderly. Johnny Cash sang that one, and Elvis sang that one, and I think Glenn Campbell sang that one. Alan Jackson did a version of that, so it's kind of like a little favorite country song. And I suppose if you guys want, I could do one other song. I'm kind of feeling like I should do one other song. So any requests out there? Any bands you guys like? Any? Because I know like maybe 10 songs, but anyways, you guys got any? Got any songs? Let's see. Drop a full tab on live. Not gonna do that. Let's see. You guys let me know. Alice in Chains. I don't think I know any Alice in Chains. Ring of Fire and Freebird. Play My Fave. Pull a Macro Dose. Let's see. Paul Brandt. Hotel California. Only Fools Rush In. Ooh, Only Fools Rush In. That's a good one. I can't falling in love with you. What's the name of that song? Only Fools Rush In. Anybody know the name of that song that goes Only Fools Rush In? I'd say Only Fools Rush In, but I can't help falling in love with you. Elton John. Elton John's a good one too. I like some Elton John. Let's see if I got any Elton John. Actually, Elton John would be fun. Let's see. Oh, I got an Elton John for you guys. So let me see if I can find something here. Let's capo us up a little bit. This one might be kind of tough for me. It's taking me a second to find my chords. Grab a pick, I'll play this one for you. It's amazing how easy it is to lose picks all the time. All right, here we go. You might know this one. I don't know who requested Elton John, but we'll do it. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Well, I'm not one of those. I just dropped my pick. Who can easily hide? I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best that I can do. There we go. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody, these are tough chords. And you can tell everybody that this is a song. It might be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. You guys got to guarantee me, because I'm totally butchering this song, that you're singing along at home. Here we go. All right, round two. I sat on a roof, yeah, and I picked off the moss. Well, a few of these verses, well, they've got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind. Well, I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, well, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue anyway. Oh, the thing is what I really mean is yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody that this is a song. It might be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. There's a little bit more. I hope you don't mind, that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Well, you're in the world. There you go. There's a little Elton John. All right. Well, now that I've completely ruined Instagram with my crooning, I'm gonna go crash with my wife in bed and get some beauty sleep. And anyways, so some cool stuff coming up for you on the podcast this week. I will keep in touch with you guys as much as possible. I wish I could reply to every question you guys have, but I can't. However, I promise I'll keep popping in and playing a little music for you guys and having some fun in the evenings. So, and then I will be going AWOL for a few days this weekend again, because I'm headed off to kind of like a plant medicine ceremony down in Tennessee, and we'll be shutting down the Instagrams and everything. But until then, I'll probably pop in at some point between now and then. And I love you guys. If anybody knows of any amazing fun things to do in Nashville, keep me posted, because that's my next stop. And have an amazing evening. God bless.